Tell us what prompted you to be in the prison ministry. I know, but you can tell them.
It's been almost 23 years since we began serving prison ministries. We started out at the main facility at McNeil Island Correctional Facility, and it started out, one of our members of our church had actually begun an incarceration stint at McNeil Island, and there wasn't a Seventh-day Adventist presence there. And he wrote the church, and he asked the church to come in and provide a ministry. And that's how it began. And I wasn't in the initial group that had gone out. It was a number of weeks with them going out and coming back and just sharing all the blessings from having begun that program that Richard and I both began going as well.
Yeah. Now, you have had the opportunity of working, visiting with McNeil Island Correction Center before that prison closed. And now you're just focusing on SCC's Special Commitment Center.
Right.
Tell us what it is to be working with the sex offenders.
So our sex offenders, some of them may never be released, and some of them know that. They know they may never see the streets again. They have been civilly committed, and they are there working a program. And it's challenging because for those of you who have been incarcerated, you know those who have a sex offense of any kind, they're the pariah of the prison system. And if you can imagine being that in the prison with other offenders, maybe not sex offenders, but other offenders, imagine how the family members are treating these people. Out of the 300 or so, and at one time there was about 340 residents there, they don't get visitors. Their visiting room is tiny. It's just like a small corner of what this room is. And it's seldom utilized to its full capacity on a visiting day. They don't get visitation. We are their family. When we go in there, they see us as the light into the world. And we bring them the light, Jesus, right? And they look forward to our visits like you would not believe.
Yeah, it's really great to see the great work that they're doing. I want to actually now move on to a point where I want Janeen to highlight something for us. As a result of their work in the prison, in the Special Commitment Center, some individuals have been released. And a number of them, having been released, followed the volunteers to their church. In Albuquerque, in January, my wife and I and Colette, we were showing off. Because in that room, people were asking, do you know of any church which is really friendly to sex offenders? Do you really know of any church which is really open arms and embracing sex offenders, or, people who are being incarcerated, and everybody looked around? I want to know if there's such a church. Colette kept quiet, my wife kept quiet, I kept quiet. And then when everybody couldn't say anything, I pushed up my hand. I said, we have one in the Washington Conference, the EM Church. Tell us about your fantastic program there.
Well, we have a couple of the men from the Special Commitment Center that got released, and they have all kinds of rules and regulations that are tagged to them when they get out, and we help them. We help them facilitate whatever the needs are, whether it be taking them to appointments, whether it be going and picking them up for church. Whatever the need is, we've been able to facilitate that. The church has a contract, essentially, with the resident when they get out. They meet with our security team, they meet with our pastor, and they essentially a disclosure. And then we have them sign a contract with the church, and it's been hugely successful. We haven't had any problems from our residents that have gotten out. It's been a real blessing for them, and it's been a blessing for our church.
None of them have been sent back.
That's right.
The Yem Church, the Yem Seventh-day Adventist Church stands out. If you want to hear about a program of accepting sex offenders back into our churches, this is an example. This church is an example. And it's a pleasure to see individuals there, some of these individuals being active in church and doing a great job there. One last thing would you say to this group?
Get involved. Everyone's saying that. Get involved. The more involved you become, the more blessed you will become. I know every day that I walk out of that facility, I am more blessed than anything I left behind. God is blessing all of us for being there and is just enriching our lives. We have to take a boat ride out to the island. We don't just show up. There's a boat ride. It's a 20-minute boat ride over. It's a 10-minute ride to the facility. It takes time. Friday night, we're tired. We're all tired. But by the time we get through those doors, the Lord has renewed our energy and our strength. Yeah. And we are just excited to be there, and they are excited to have us.